So, so today we are going to discuss about and go over how a project charter looks. So, yeah, just checking to see if I'm sharing the right screen. Yeah, I am. So this is the project charter, right? So just come up with the fictitious name for the bank. I'm calling it Intelligence Bank. Um, and this is a commercial and finance-based company, a commercial bank. It sells financial product. Um, so I'm calling it Intelligence Bank, and they are doing a project, an IT project named Line of Credit. I think most of you are aware of what a line of credit financial product is. Small businesses use it. Um, and it is a product where you get a line, you get a loan, say $100,000, and you don't get charged interest for that $100,000. They kind of say, hey, okay, so this is what we've approved you for $100,000. So as you withdraw money from that $100,000 line, as they would call it, they'll only charge interest for that withdrawal amount. So, say for example, you withdrew $10,000. So, they'll be charging interest only for that $10,000 that you withdrew. Tomorrow, if you pay back $5,000, then they'll keep charging interest for the remaining $5,000. So, hope that makes sense. This is how a line of credit financial product works. So now Intelligence Bank is coming up with their own line of credit product, right? And they have to build the IT infrastructure for that. So that is the project, line of credit project. And we will go into the project charter for this project. So it has the document version. So initial version, then they made some modification, and then finally that version is approved. And the approvers are Michael, who's the sponsor, Jason Miller, who's the CIO, Angela, who's head of legal and compliance, and Laura, who's the director of credit risk. So all these folks have approved the document, um, and we got email approvals for from all these folks who are listed in here. So this is the project charter, right? And let's go over section by section so that you guys can understand how an IT project charter will look. So first section is the business purpose. The purpose of this, okay, let me open this. Okay. The purpose of this project is to design, build, and implement a configurable end-to-end credit digital platform for intelligent bank that enables efficient launch, management, and scaling of line of credit products across customer lifecycle. The platform will serve as a centralized system for product configuration, credit decisioning, servicing, compliance, improved speed, accuracy, and operational control while reducing manual processing and risk. So, at the end of the day, what we are doing is we are building the IT infrastructure, which consists of many applications, so that the intelligence bank can sell line of credit products. That way, there's no manual processing, it's all automated through the system. And we can also configure the product or make changes to the product. Say, for example, we can adjust the interest rate, we can adjust underwriting. Sometimes we can make it more lenient, sometimes more strict. We can do that through the application, right? So that's what we are trying to accomplish. So that is what, and then of course, right? Um, so that we can launch this project, a product, we can manage this product, and we can scale this product. We can sell this product across so many states, across so many customers. We can launch it, we can manage it, and it's all efficient. So that's what this segment says, right? So this initiative also enables Intelligence Bank to differentiate its line of credit offering from traditional large bank products by supporting more adaptive and relationship based approach to credit. Rather than treating a line of credit as a fixed one time product, the platform allows credit terms to be managed and adjusted over time with defined policy and risk boundaries. This positions Intelligence Bank to offer a more responsive and transparent credit experience while maintaining strong governance and regulatory compliance, supporting the bank's broader goals of digital transformation, revenue growth, and operational efficiency. So this talks about the unique offering of Intelligence Bank's line of credit. So why are you not buying it from Chase? Why are you not buying it from US Bank, Bank of America, TD Bank? Why do you want to get it from Intelligence Bank? Because when it comes to the terms and conditions, based on the repayment history, based on the customer's credit, their business performance, we can change the terms and condition accordingly within policy and risk boundaries. So if you have a good payment history, we will reduce the interest because the risk is less. Because we've done business with you for a year. We know that you are a good customer, your payment history is good. So we want to do more business with you. So we want to kind of reduce the interest rate so that you get a better deal and we are getting a better deal as Intelligence Bank. So we can make those tweaks. It's more lenient that way. And that is the unique offering that Intelligence Bank provides through this line of credit product, right? So next up, so this is the business purpose, right? So the business purpose will have what are we trying to accomplish through this IT project in a succinct manner. So it's going to be just 5 to 8 lines. So and that conveys what are we trying to accomplish through this IT project in a succinct way. That's what it has done here. So moving on, project goals. Project goals is a breakdown of the business purpose, right? Deliver a product configuration that allows Intelligence Bank to set up and modify line of credit terms, pricing, and rules in a single place to support ongoing product changes. So, again, this is that unique offering that we are talking about. We should be able to adjust the interest rate, we should be able to adjust the term of the line of credit. Is it 12 months? And if they've really made good progress, we can make it 24 months, right? So we should be able to make all these adjustments based on the customer or the business performance through the application, right? That is something that we need to be able to do. So the application that we build for this, or the module in the application that that we are building for this line of credit product, should be able to make changes to the product configuration. Example, interest rate change, the term change, changing the term from 12 months to 24 months because the customer performance is good. Uh, the fee change based on how the business is performing, and it should be done through the system. We should be able to do it through the new module or the new application that we are building for this line of credit product. Deliver an underwriting module that supports evaluation, risk assessment, approval of line of credit application in alignment with bank policies. So we want to deliver a underwriting module. So you know what an underwriting module is, right? So that is the underwriters are the ones who will give a decision as to whether the line of credit for a particular customer is approved or not. So that's what underwriters do. We need a module for underwriting. Delivers. So we are done with underwriting, right? So next is deliver sales and marketing modules that supports application origination, pipeline tracking, targeted outreach for line of credit offering. So this is market sales and marketing. We need leads. We want to get the word out. So we are building sales and marketing modules to get the line of credit product offering to get the word out to the world. So we need application modules or pages or separate applications themselves for this. So that's also listed in here. And next one is deliver customer relationship and servicing capabilities that support day-to-day management of active line of credit, including customer interaction, balances, repayments, and servicing activities. So we need a module to do all the customer service activities. So that is something that we would like to build as well. So that's listed. All the customer service activities, if somebody calls, and if there is a complaint, we need to be able to handle that complaint. We need to be able to track that complaint. Is it really getting resolved? We need to get their feedback. That way, the customer satisfaction enhances and the customer satisfaction is going up. So we need a customer service module built in the application, or maybe a separate application for the customer service operations for the line of credit product, right? So next is deliver legal policy collection and reporting capabilities that support policy enforcement, delinquency, recovery actions, and reporting on product performance, portfolio health, operational activity, and compliance oversight. So we need legal. If somebody did not pay back, we want to take legal action against them. So we need a legal team. So they need a module to track. So we need a module in the application to track all that. That needs to be built. Collections, again, they didn't pay back. We either have to write it off or we have to take them to collections so that we can get at least a part of that amount, and they get reported to the credit bureaus. So we need a module for that. We want to track that. So that's also, so we are also building a module for that for the line of credit offering, right? So these are all the business goals. So the business goals is a breakdown, a detailed breakdown of the business purpose, right? Next up, it is the in-scope items. What are all in scope? Now, I would still say in-scope items would be a breakdown of the business goals. And most importantly, this is the most important section for a business analyst. So I'm just going to highlight this, right? This is very important for a business analyst because as a business analyst, when the business stakeholders, when they give you some requirements, you should be able to figure out whether it's in scope or whether it's out of scope. How do you figure that out? Whether it's a relevant requirement or this requirement should not be taken up. How do you figure that out? So you will check the in scope items. If it is, if it comes under the umbrella of in scope items, it's in scope. If it doesn't come under the umbrella of in scope items, it's out of scope. So, say for example, for this line of credit product, the customer is asking for a sales module for a credit card product. Sales module for a credit card product, a requirement for that. So that's coming up in one of your requirements meeting. You will go look into the in-scope items for that project. So we are only focusing on line of credit product. We are not focusing on credit card related products. So you have to politely convey that this is out of scope. It's not in scope. And how can you relay that over and convey it? You can do it only by citing the in scope items. So that's why, as a business analyst, in scope items are very, very important. It's very crucial that you have familiarity with the in scope items, right? So the first one is product configuration capability to define, configure, and modify line of credit product so that the credit terms, pricing, and rules can be adjusted over time based on business strategy and consumer needs. So again, we talked about this, right? We should be able to configure the product based on, also based on the sales. So maybe we are not able to sell more, or we are not able to reach our numbers in terms of sales, in terms of revenue. In that case, we should be able to modify the product configuration, meaning change the credit terms, reduce the fee, reduce the interest rate, increase the term limit. In terms of underwriting, reduce the maximum credit limit or credit score for approval, decrease that so that we get more approvals, so that we get more sales, right? So that's what is product configuration capability, to define, configure, and modify line of credit products so that the credit terms, pricing, and rules can be adjusted over time based on business strategy and consumer needs.